Have you ever noticed that the loudest people are rarely the most successful? The ones constantly bragging, announcing, and broadcasting their every move, often don't end up delivering much at all. Meanwhile, the quiet ones, the ones who don't need to tell you what they're working on, are the ones who suddenly appear with results so powerful that the whole world has no choice but to pay attention. That's because success has a strange relationship with silence. The truth is simple but profound: success loves silence. We live in an age of exposure, where people are encouraged to share every thought, every dream, every little step they take. But the greatest victories in life are often built quietly, away from the noise, away from the crowd, away from the endless opinions that kill more dreams than failure ever will. If you want to rise, if you want to achieve something real, you need to understand the power of silence. Not just as the absence of noise, but as a strategy, a shield, and a weapon for your journey. Section 1: The Trap of Noise. Think about how most people operate today. The moment they decide to start a new habit, a business, or a personal goal, the first thing they do is announce it. I'm going to the gym. I'm starting a company. I'm writing a book. And what happens? They receive instant validation, likes, and encouragement. Their brain gets a dopamine hit, the same dopamine that was supposed to come from the actual achievement. Suddenly, the pressure is gone. The urgency fades. And most of them quit before even taking the first real step. Noise robs you of momentum. When you speak too soon, you invite distractions. You invite opinions. You invite doubts that are not yours. And in that noise, your dream suffocates. That's why silence is not weakness, it's strategy. Section 2: Historical Examples of Silent Builders. Let's take a look at history. Albert Einstein didn't need to announce to the world every step of his discoveries. He spent years in obscurity, working silently as a patent clerk, quietly shaping ideas that would later change physics forever. When he finally spoke, the entire scientific community had no choice but to listen, because his results were undeniable. J.K. Rowling, before becoming the author of one of the most successful book series in history, wrote Harry Potter in cafes, alone, in silence. She didn't post drafts online. She didn't announce to the world that she was about to become a literary giant. She quietly built her story until it was ready. And when it finally came out, the silence turned into a roar heard across the world. Michael Jordan was not the loudest player off the court. He didn't need to brag about being the best, he let his performance do the talking. Behind the scenes, in silent hours when nobody was watching, he trained harder than anyone else. The noise of his success was born out of the silence of his preparation. Do you see the pattern? Silence is not emptiness. Silence is focus. Section 3: The Psychology of Silence. Why does success love silence? Because the human mind is fragile. When you expose your goals too early, you open the door to outside energy. Every opinion, every criticism, every sarcastic laugh, it plants a seed of doubt. Over time, those seeds grow, and you start questioning yourself before you've even built momentum. Silence protects your mental space. It allows your dream to grow roots before it faces the storm. It gives you time to build strength before the world tests you. This is why monks, philosophers, and warriors throughout history have emphasized silence. Because in silence, you discover clarity. In silence, you sharpen your blade. In silence, you grow powerful. Section 4: The 3 Pillars of Silent Success. So how can you apply this principle in your own life? Let's break it down into 3 pillars. Move in silence, don't announce your goals before you act. Let your results announce themselves. Work in silence, put in the hours when nobody's watching. The real game is won in practice, not in performance. Win in silence, even when you succeed, you don't need to broadcast everything. Sometimes the greatest power is letting others wonder how you did it. These three pillars create an aura of strength around you. People respect what they cannot predict. Section 5, Real-life examples of silent success. Think about Steve Jobs when he was building Apple. He didn't reveal every little idea, every prototype. Apple became legendary for its secrecy, because silence creates curiosity. And when the first iPhone was revealed, it wasn't just a product launch, it was a revolution. Or look at Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think he became one of the greatest footballers by telling the world about his training every day? No. He spent years in silence, practicing free kicks long after his teammates had gone home. His success was forged in private, revealed only when it was impossible to deny. Even in politics and leadership, silence is a weapon. Mahatma Gandhi was not the loudest man in the room. But his quiet strength, his silent discipline, shook an empire. Section 6, Silence as a Shield. Here's something most people don't realize: silence doesn't just protect your dream, it protects your peace. The more people know about your life, the more they feel entitled to comment on it. The more you reveal, the more you give them weapons to use against you. When you move in silence, you become untouchable. People can only guess. They can't sabotage what they don't see. They can't criticize what they don't understand. They can't attack what's invisible. That's why the most dangerous people are often the quiet ones. The ones who don't announce their moves. The ones who let their actions speak. Section 7, Practical Application, How to Embrace Silence. So how do you live this out? Stop announcing your goals. Write them down. Keep them close. Share only with people who are absolutely essential to your growth. Learn to love the grind. The silent hours, the lonely nights, the unseen effort, that's where real success is born. Let results do the talking. When you finally arrive, your achievements will make the noise for you. And here's the best part: when people see your success, they won't remember the silence. They'll only remember the impact. Section 8, Closing Fire/Call to Action. So ask yourself today, are you living for noise, or are you living for results? Do you want applause now, or do you want respect forever? Because applause fades. Respect echoes. Remember this: success loves silence. And if you can master the discipline of moving quietly, the day will come when your results make so much noise, the world won't be able to ignore you. So move in silence. Work in silence. Win in silence. And let success do the talking.